Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and some to do a speed test comparison between the Vivo X70 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, and the S20 Plus is powered by Samsung Exynos 990 processor with 8 GB of RAM, while the Vivo X70 Pro is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Ultra processor with 12 GB of RAM. On the back, we have triple cameras on the S20 Plus, while on the Vivo X70 Pro we have quad cameras. We have 12 megapixel main camera on the Samsung, while on the Vivo X70 Pro we have 50 megapixel main camera, in which we also have a gimbal OIS. Then we have 12 megapixel ultra wide. We also have a 64 megapixel telephoto lens which give you a 3x optical zoom on the Samsung, while on the Vivo X70 Pro we have 12 megapixel ultra wide. We also have a 12 megapixel telephoto lens which gave you a 2x optical zoom. We also have another telephoto lens in which you get 5x optical zoom with OIS, and the packet is made up of glass on both phones, and the frame on both phones is also made up of aluminium. Also on the Samsung we have IP68 water and dust resistance. Also on the bottom we does not have any headphone jack on both these two devices, although we have single speaker on the Vivo, while on the Samsung we had dual speakers. In this video I'm gonna show you how much a difference between the Vivo X70 Pro versus the Galaxy S20 Plus in apps opening speed as well as in the boot up test. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. And the logo is came up first on the Samsung as compared to the Vivo. Also we have Android 11 on both phones. We have Samsung One UI version 3.1, while on the Vivo we have Fun Touch OS which is a version 12, and the S20 Plus is more faster when it comes to booting up, while the Vivo is taking a lot of time. Now the Vivo it is also done, about 1 or 2 second difference there between these two devices when it comes to booting up. Now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. On the Vivo X70 Pro we have 6.7-inch Full HD AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, while on the Samsung S20 Plus we have 6.7-inch Quad HD Dynamic AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate, and the 120Hz it is only available with a Full HD resolution. Both phones also has a punch hole on the center which looks a little more smaller on the Samsung as compared to the Vivo. Also we have curved display on both phones which is more aggressive on the Vivo X70 Pro as compared to the Samsung S20 Plus. Everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones, and the first application we have is the phone dialer, that is little more faster on the Samsung as compared to the Vivo. Next on the list is the settings. Let's see which one will be more faster. That is little more faster on the Samsung if I'm not wrong. Now let's go to the display, and you can see we have 120Hz refresh rate on both these devices. We also have auto option on the Vivo which is not really available on the Samsung. Now let's see some games application like Amazon shopping. Again we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. We have Exynos 990 versus a MediaTek which is a Dimensity 1200, and S20 Plus little more faster there as compared to the Vivo. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels really smooth on both phones, no issue whatsoever. Now let's see some games application. Now let's see that how much a difference between the Samsung Exynos 990 versus a MediaTek Dimensity 1200. Now let's open Candy Crush. Little more faster on the Samsung as compared to the Vivo. Again we had dual speakers. Here is the Vivo looks like with a single speaker, and you can see here is the Samsung speaker, and the Samsung speakers has a more bass as compared to the Vivo speakers. Also we have dual speakers. Now let's open Instagram, faster on the Vivo. Now let's open Pinout, that is very similar on both phones. Now let's open Snapchat, again very similar. Now let's open Spotify, again very similar. Now let's open PUBG Mobile. Let's see this time who is going to be the fastest one. Again we have smooth graphics with extreme frame rate on both phones, no 90 FPS on both phones, and the Vivo X70 Pro little more faster there. I would say it is very similar on both phones. It is a draw. Now let's open Subway Surfer. subwoofer a little more faster on the Samsung. When you can see about half a second difference there. Now let's open temper and 2, and temper and 2 should be more faster on the Samsung. Let's see at the end. Again we have Exynos 990, while on the Vivo we have a MediaTek which is a Dimensity 1200, and the Samsung S20 Plus little more faster there, not a huge difference. Also we have auto login enabled on the Vivo, but Samsung more faster there as compared to the Vivo. Now let's opening up the tutor, that is very similar. Now let's open Zedge, little more faster on the Samsung, and the Vivo is taking a lot of time. Now the Vivo it is also done. Let's see the scrolling, and that is feels little more smoother on the Samsung, yes, and the 120 Hz it is not really optimized in the Zedge application on the Vivo X70 Pro. I cannot see the 120 Hz madness which is available on the Samsung. Last time launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Now let's see that which one will be more faster. Both phones is open up exactly the same. Again we have triple cameras, while on the Vivo we have quad cameras. We have 12 megapixel main camera with OIS, while on the Vivo we have 50 megapixel main camera with gimbal OIS. Now let's see front camera, and you can see in the front camera looks much better on the S20 Plus as far as the colors are concerned. Also on the front we have 10 megapixel selfie camera on the Samsung, while on the Vivo we have 32 megapixel selfie camera. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. I am seeing to for Samsung internet browser on the Samsung, while on the Vivo we have Google Chrome. Now let's open Amazon.com, and that is faster on the Samsung as compared to the Vivo. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is again really smooth on both phones, no lag whatsoever. Both phones is performing really smooth. Next on the list is the Apple.com, and Apple.com faster on the Samsung. Let's see, yes it is a little more faster there. Samsung is done, and the Vivo it is also right behind there. It is a draw. Let's see the scrolling, very smooth on both phones, 120 Hz refresh rate. Now let's see RAM management on both phones. We have 8 GB of RAM, while on the Vivo we have 12 GB of RAM with extended RAM feature. Now let's see that who is performed good in the RAM management. Phone dialer, no refresh. Let's see settings, Amazon shopping, Candy Crush Saga, that got refresh on the Samsung. Instagram, let's see pin out. Let's see Snapchat, let's see Spotify, let's see PUBG Mobile. Refresh on the Vivo X70 Pro. Let's see subwoofer. Refresh on the Vivo this time. Let's see temper and 2. Now let's open tutor, Zedge. Last, we're back to the internet browser where we left, and you can see. And guys, over up to say regarding the app's opening speed, as you can see that, and the Vivo X70 Pro as well as the Samsung S20 Plus and both phones is perform very similar in system-based application. But I would say that in terms of the game app loading time, and the Samsung is performing a little bit more faster as compared to the Vivo. In terms of the RAM wise, and both phones is perform very similar in the RAM management. Also on the Samsung we have 4500 mAh battery size with a 25 watt fast charging support. We have 4450 mAh battery size with a 44 watt fast charging, and that's about it. And thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Vivo X70 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.